how are you all? I hope you all are safe. Today, in this video, we are going to see a mnemonic for structure of the atmosphere. In this mnemonic, I'll be showing you a short, easy and memorable way to remember this topic. Also, I'm going to give you some more main points at the last. So please watch the full video to remember this topic with a short and easy trick. Structure of the atmosphere. As you are very familiar that there are 5 layers in the atmosphere. First is troposphere, second is stratosphere, third is mesosphere, fourth is thermosphere or ionosphere, and the fifth one is exosphere. Now the trick which I am going to give you, in that you just have to remember first one or two letters. Like for example, troposphere. So in that you have to remember the first letter, that is T. A word which is similar to T. Top. Top to the earth, which means it is the layer which is closest to the earth. Now just assume or just imagine that sphere here means layer. So it means that the layer which is top or which is closest to the earth is troposphere. Stratosphere. In stratosphere, the first letter is S. A similar word which is starting from S is strength. It means that it has strength to protect Earth from UV rays or ultraviolet rays of sun. And who protects it? Ozone layer. So what you have to remember? That stratosphere is starting from S and strength is also starting from S. So strength means that it is protecting our earth from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. By which layer? By ozone layer. Now again here sphere means layer. So a layer which has strength to protect earth from the ultraviolet rays of earth, and the layer which protects is the ozone layer. Coming towards the mesosphere. Now mesosphere is starting from M. A similar word starting from M is meteoroids. What does it mean? That mesosphere is a protective layer wherein most meteoroids burn out. So what did you understand? That sphere means layer, and from M you can remember meteoroids. So mesosphere is a protective layer wherein most meteoroids burn out. Coming towards the thermosphere. Here we will not remember thermosphere. Here I am taking ionosphere. So you have to remember the second name. So here you have to remember the first letter, that is I. Here I will take ions. If you don't want to remember I, you can remember ION. Take out sphere because it is layer. So we know that it is layer. So you can take the first three letters, that is ION. Similar with the M, you can take M and E. Similar with the stratosphere, you can take STR to remember it, that STR, strength, ME, meteoroids. And if I talk about ION, so you just have to put S into it. Ions. What is that? It has electrically charged particles which reflect radio waves back to the earth, enabling wireless communication. So for ionosphere, what do you have to remember? Ions. Coming towards the last, that is exosphere. Now it is very easy for us to remember because it is starting from E, or if you take first two letter EX. The word you have to remember for exosphere is exit. Just you have to remember that exit means that it is the uppermost layer which eventually becomes thin while exiting. So you have to remember that exosphere is the last or uppermost layer which is exiting, and it is the thinnest layer. These all points are, you can say, main points which you have to remember. Other points you have to remember, but these are main points which you can remember through this way. Like for troposphere, you have to remember T. T means top, which means it is top to the earth, which means that it is closest to the earth. For stratosphere, STR. It means strength. It has strength to protect earth from UV rays of sun. Who will protect it? Ozone layer. For mesosphere, you have to remember ME. ME means meteoroids. It is a protective layer wherein most meteoroids burn out. For ionosphere, you can remember ION, ions. They are electrically charged particles which is going to reflect radio waves back to the earth, enabling wireless communication. And for exosphere, you can remember EX, exit. It is exiting, which means it is the uppermost layer which is eventually becoming thin while exiting. Now that we know the trick, let's understand more main points to remember this thing every time. Starting with troposphere. First main point, which you also learned in the trick, the troposphere is the layer which is closest to the earth. From the pole, this zone extends up to 8 km and from equator, it extends up to 16 km. All weather and climatic changes takes place in this layer. For example, fog, rainfall, lightning, storms, and so on. The layer absorbs the maximum amount of heat radiated from the surface of the earth and keep the earth warm. Coming towards the stratosphere. The absence of weather phenomenon in this layer makes the conditions stable and ideal for flying aircrafts. Now assume that this is aeroplane. Okay, here everything is foggy, whole atmosphere. Whatever you could see in front of you is foggy. How will the pilot drive this aeroplane now? Will be the aeroplane staying stable? No. Assume that it's raining heavily and you are not able to see anything. So how will the pilot drive that? Will it be able to? Now guess that lot of wind is there around this place. Now assume that thunder is there or storm is there. So, will the aeroplane stable? No. So, because of these types of reasons, you are easily able to fly aircrafts in stratosphere. As told in the trick, the presence of ozone layer protects us from lethal effects of UV radiation or rays of sun, which can cause sunburns, various skin and eye diseases, and even cancer. This layer is free from all types of weather phenomena as there is very little water vapor, dust and almost no clouds. Now you all must be thinking that why is this sentence repeated again? In first point, we got to know that there is no weather phenomenon. Still, why is it repeated? Now see, we have learned this topic maybe in 5th and 6th also. So we were knowing that aircraft fly in this layer. But now we are in 7th. So there is an updation you can say. Now we are told in detail. As for example, you have iOS 13. Now you are updating it to iOS 14. So certain more features are there. So similarly, when we were in 5th and 6th, we were just told the basics. Now when we are in 7th, we are taught in much detail. We go in depth here. So, in first point, we got to know the reason aircrafts fly there. And in this point, we got the reason that why there is no weather phenomenon. So, this is the reason why we are taught the same thing again. Mesosphere. The temperature decreases with a rise in altitude in this layer to reach around minus 100 degrees Celsius at the menopause. What's menopause now? It's the boundary between mesosphere and thermospheres. Now, a question is arising in my mind that when we are experiencing minus 1 or minus 2 degrees Celsius, we feel very cold. And there is a huge difference between minus 1 and minus 100. So, what can a person feel in that temperature? I want all of you to answer me this question in comment section this time. So do give me an answer for that. Due to the low temperature, water vapor present in this layer is frozen, forming ice clouds or noctilucent clouds. Now coming to the point also discussed in the trick, the mesosphere is protective layer wherein most meteoroids burn out. But why? Due to friction with the atmosphere. Thermosphere or ionosphere. Ionosphere, due to the maximum concentration of the electrically charged particles known as ions, which reflects radio waves back to the earth, enabling wireless communication. The temperature in this layer increases with rising altitude, especially in the lower part due to rise in solar activity. Between thermosphere and exosphere lies the thermopause, the upper boundary of this layer. Exosphere. This layer is extremely rarefied and is the region where atoms and molecules escape into space. As the air molecules here are negligible, it is the thinnest layer of the atmosphere, and only the hydrogen and helium are predominant in this layer. So you all can practice this type of trick if you want to remember it. Okay, so what you have to remember? TSMIE, or you can also remember EIMST. So I hope that you all have understood the content which I said you in the trick, as well as you all have understood the particular main points I gave to you. If yes, then please subscribe my channel, like this video, share it to your friends as much as you can so that I can be helpful to them. And also please don't forget to comment. Comments are always welcome and I'm actually waiting for your comments. So do like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.